Hey everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. So I just want to give you a quick update and talk about a specific topic when it comes to travel, specifically an airline. So I just returned back home to Tampa, Florida. I was over in Baltimore, Maryland for a day for an entrepreneurial speaking event. At this event, I was the keynote speaker talking about the digital world that we live in, how people are making money online and YouTube. Specifically me, I do YouTube for a living, and just giving people advice on how to start and just the way the world is going towards now. But there was also a big variety of people that were there. There was a worldwide known mortician and funeral director. He talked about getting your affairs in order, how to do a will and all that stuff. But there was also a lady in particular that has a transportation company too, and she handles some very high-end clients. What I mean by that is celebrities. So I did learn a lot while I was at the event. Now, for the first time ever, I flew to Baltimore from Tampa with Southwest Airline. I didn't pay for the flight, so I'm very grateful for that. However, it was my first time flying with Southwest, and I want to say over 12 years. Last time I did was when I actually took my first flight on a plane 12 years ago when I was about 18 years old. And it kind of reminded me when I was a kid. I used to talk to my mom all the time about going on an airplane because I wanted to so bad. I wanted to travel. My parents never had the money to do it. But I asked her, what about first class? Where is first class on the plane? And since my parents typically flew, if they went somewhere like back home to Chicago where I'm from, they would say there is no first class. So when I got on the Southwest flight and I saw there really wasn't first class, I thought all airlines were like that, but I was wrong. So what I realized is that Southwest has a very interesting system. They do praise the fact that bags fly free. This means that usually if somebody's flying with one bag, they can check one bag in for free, which I think is really cool. And I guess you could put them in the category of like a budget airline. Some people would argue that they are in the same category in the US of like a Frontier or maybe a Spirit. If you're in Europe, maybe like, I don't know, a Ryanair, EasyJet, something of that nature. But I thought it was cool because it wasn't charged for the bag. But then when I got over to check in my bag, since everybody has a free bag, you have everybody and their mom trying to check in a bag, which creates a long line of chaos over at the check-in station for Southwest. Another thing they do is not have assigned seating at all. There's no first class, there's no comfort zone, none of that. Everybody just kind of free-for-alls it and sits wherever they want. They have everything in letters and numbers. So the letters are in groups. So they'll have like A, B, C, and D, and I think E and F, or maybe it goes to D. But anyway, what I noticed is that you had all the people that were trying to get into their groups, and everybody that was in, I think they do military and then priority, or wait, they do priority first, and then they do group A, and then they do military, right? There were some people that weren't happy about that were in the military. But when they call group A usually has a good selection of seats. You can sit in the front, off to the side. But I noticed after group A, you have a situation where B, C, D, they're just trying to get in where they fit in. What that does is cause a lot of chaos because you have some people that prefer the aisle, you have some people that prefer the window, and I was surprised. Some people actually preferred the middle seat. So when you got everybody trying to fill in the gaps, it created a elongated wait time when it came to boarding. So now our plane ended up inevitably leaving late. And I heard from some people, I guess that typically fly Southwest, they told me it's just like a normal thing because they expect to leave it at a certain time, but by the time people are trying to get in certain seats and put their bags up top and whatever, it creates this chaos, and there is always a delay with Southwest. Now, I don't want to keep going at this. I do have a question I want to ask all of you because personally for me, thankfully for my invite over to Baltimore, Maryland, they put me in boarding group A, so I didn't have a problem. I had all the seats in the world to choose from. But for any of you that have flown Southwest, is this a normal occurrence? Do they always end up leaving late because of everybody trying to get the seat that they want? And would you compare it to a Spirit or maybe a Frontier here in the United States, or maybe an EasyJet or Ryanair where they kind of nickel and dime along the way? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Like I told you guys before, I do have more videos coming. Some of them are gonna be very random, but it all will revolve around the topic of travel because I love travel. I think it's the greatest thing ever. But yeah, we're gonna just keep trying videos and see what sticks. I appreciate you guys. I love all of you. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later. Take it easy.